The holidays can be magical. They can also be mayhem or some messy cocktail of both, right? I don't know exactly what the holidays are like for you, but I know some of us can be so excited and have a lot of fun and at the same time have some other really big emotional loudness. Some of us love and adore our families and spending time with them, and also might need a few extra snacks to get through the time together, right? Today, I have for us some musical catharsis. I would love to share with you a few reflections and inspirations for my song Holiday Gloom, a really funny song that I hope will help us take ourselves a little less seriously this time of year with all the extra pressures. And speaking of pressures, many of you who were on this journey together, you know I love me a good, easy, tangible breath practice to help us go from stress to rest and digest. And you're going to need that with all those sugar cookies, all that wine, all that feasting. So I got you. We're in this together. Let's go on this holiday journey. Every human family, whether by blood or chosen, we all have our quirks. Let's be real. I myself included. One of the things that's pretty quirky about me is that I love holiday movies. I will watch the ones that are, all-star casts. I will watch the ones that are, Hallmark kind of cheesy. I love me a good Christmas story. And my song, Holiday Gloom, was actually inspired by Christmas with the Cranks. Have you seen it? I wonder. It's kind of your typical Christmas story, as many of them are. It's a suburban family, and the daughter goes off to live her life in the Peace Corps or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But the father, Mr. Crank, he's like, well, hey, let's take a break from Christmas. He tallies up how much it costs. It's like $6,000 a year to do Christmas the way that they do it, with all of the things that they donate to and all of the decorations and the tree and the cards and the party and all the things. And so he convinces his wife to take a break from Christmas and go on a Caribbean cruise instead, which is half the cost. It's $3,000 instead of $6,000. Now, what's so funny about this is that there are plenty of ways to do holidays on a budget. There's plenty of ways to be festive at low cost. You can totally do buy nothing Christmases, right? But this is how the story goes. And so I was really inspired by this, by the humor of it, by the reality of the quirkiness many of us experience, whether it's with others in our communities, our neighborhoods, our families, our relatives, whoever we're gathering with, there's always going to be some kind of quirkiness. There's always going to be some kind of awkwardness. Even if you're someone who maybe doesn't have family nearby that you're gathering with, but you're invited to a gathering, you might end up approaching the rub of an awkward tension that's in a family. Sometimes those of us who do return home, we feel like we're entering the scene of a sitcom that we don't ever remember auditioning for, and everybody just falls into line and plays their roles, their old roles that maybe you feel like you've outgrown, but then you feel like you've just regressed back into that same old pattern. And maybe you would just love the relief of interrupting a pattern, right? Maybe you would love something to interrupt someone else's pattern of someone who, is impatient and always throws a temper tantrum or something. And so I want to encourage us today, first, to, let's just normalize the chaos and the quirkiness. Let's just say we're human, we're messy. Even people that we love can be hard to be around sometimes, including ourselves. There can sometimes be situations where we're in these gatherings where we start to feel small. I know I've experienced this, where I start to feel judgmental energies around me. But then I have to look at myself and go, is that really from other people, or am I judging myself? Am I being judgmental of other people around me? So that's why humor, bringing in a little curiosity, a little bit of humor, a little bit of playfulness can help diffuse that even within our own skin and just help us relax and soften. I was talking with my partner today about the serenity prayer, and I'm sure that many of you have heard it. It is, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And my friends, it is very, very wise to know that we cannot change the people around us, that what we really have control over is our own selves, our own beings, our bodies, our minds, our hearts, and our souls. And so I want to encourage you. Some of us need to give ourselves the gift of boundaries and agency and self-care. And self-care is never disconnected from communal care. And so some of you need to receive that gift of permission to not remain where you are merely tolerated, but go where you are celebrated, okay? Some of us, though, we're still going to show up to these things that we normally show up to. And some of it might be unhealthy, but some of it also might just be annoyance or awkwardness. And there are ways that we can manage these feelings within ourselves and enjoy ourselves maybe a little bit more than we used to and walk away with our sanity. And so laughter is one way to not lose our minds in it. And so I hope this song is fun for us to draw in some of that humor, some of that playfulness. And I'd love to share it with you. And then we'll be back with a couple more ideas, practices to just take a little bit better care of ourselves and one another in this season. Enjoy Holiday Gloom. We're getting all together, cousins about 32. Everyone has had their own path to choose. How do family ties get so darn loose? Well, maybe I should have gone on that Caribbean cruise. No, I'm just feeling holiday gloom. Oh, I'm just feeling holiday gloom. If the lights don't first, Uncle Bob will blow a fuse. Grandma comes in, cookies call a truce. All these family roles and unspoken rules. Is it me or did Auntie Lou get some kind of new attitude? Oh boy, I'm feeling holiday gloom. Oh boy, I'm feeling holiday gloom. Well, merry, not contrary, they all pretend and seem. Topping cherry pie with homemade whipped cream. All dressed up, reds, golds, and glittering greens. A merrily contrived and fashionable scene. Oh, pass the chocolates for holiday gloom. Oh, pass those sugar cookies for my holiday gloom. That's right. Ba 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 ba. Auntie May always grabs my cheeks for a squeeze, and Papa gets nauseous eating too much cheese. Oh God, if you can see me pleading on my knees, this circus I was born into, could you release me, please? Oh boy, I'm feeling holiday gloom. Oh boy, I'm feeling. Oh yeah, I'm feeling that holiday gloom. Holiday gloom. You may have have heard that statement, not my circus, not my monkeys, but the reality often is it's totally my circus. And those monkeys are often awfully familiar and dear to me. And so there's a few things we can keep in mind, I think, as we navigate these holiday tensions, awkwardness, stresses. One is simply, how can I have a sense of humor about this? Even if it's just that inner dialogue within myself as I'm sitting in the midst of a gathering and all of these things are happening around me, how can I draw in curiosity? And I don't know if it feels aligned for you, but I would also draw in, where could I be supportive and helpful? In a way that feels good, in a way that I could enjoy, that I could feel purposeful. Like sometimes people can divert attention, and that can release some tension or some awkwardness. You might choose, if it feels good to you, to stand before a meal begins and offer a toast and just say a word of warmth and appreciation, and just wrap everyone up kind of in an energetic hug that way. Maybe that's interrupting a pattern for you. I know sometimes we need to just pause, right? In the midst of all the things, especially in those moments where we feel like we maybe are slipping back into patterns that we thought we outgrew. When we do the hard work to grow and mature, and we feel like we're in situations where we're someone we really aren't anymore, I want to invite us to remember that we have permission to just pause, take a breath, take a beat, and give yourself that gift of agency. I don't need to respond in the ways that I normally have. I don't need to let anyone provoke me, if that is your situation. If you have an intention of showing up authentically as who you are today, you get to do that. I know a pause might actually be stepping out of the room, right? It might be taking a warm cider outside with your hats and your gloves and your mittens, without your phone, and just breathing. And so I'd love to share with you a simple reset that I think has been very helpful for me, and I know it can be helpful for you. Science backs this idea that 6 deep breaths can help you reset from that stress state in your body, the nervous system state that is stress, and move into rest and digest. So I want to invite us to practice this together. We'll take 6 deep breaths, and we will connect each breath to one simple affirmation. And you are completely welcome to make this your own. So if it's 6 deep breaths and you want to change the affirmations in your own time, in your own way, something that's maybe even more relevant to your specific circumstance, you are totally welcome to do that. But let's take a moment. Anytime we breathe, it's great to just pause our bodies. Of course, there might be times that you need to shake things out. That's another somatic practice that can be really useful. And sometimes we need to do that before stillness. So you can just shake out your feet, shake out your legs, shake out your hands, your wrists, your arms. And you can also brush off. Think of brushing off any judgments, any unwelcome words that were spoken to you that weren't helpful. You just let them go. They're not mine. Maybe the circus and the monkey are mine, but those words didn't have to be mine, right? Other people's choices for themselves, not yours, theirs. That's a very important distinction to make in these times. Okay, so once we have done that, if that was needed, then either standing with your feet firmly on the ground, sitting up tall or standing up tall wherever you are, and if it helps, if your hands are free, maybe you would like to put one on your heart or both on your heart, one on your belly, one on your heart. Try it out, see what feels good, and simply begin with noticing your breath. Maybe you just remember that you're being breathed right now, and that is a gift in and of itself. coming home to the simplicity of your life and your heart, your mind, your body. And then we'll begin to deepen that breath. So sometimes it's easier to slow down the exhale. So you begin inhaling on a count of 4. And then exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then do it again where you inhale for a count of 4. And then exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'll add the affirmations. So breathing in, I am enough. And then releasing out any notions to the contrary. Inhaling, I am okay. Next breath, I am safe. Fourth breath, I am worthy. Fifth breath, I am loved. And sixth breath, I am kind. May you remember that you are enough, worthy and loved this season and always. May you remember that you have the power to break unhealthy patterns. You have the power to bring lightness and joy and peace and graciousness to others. And again, you are entirely worthy of receiving those good things that you share with others. I'm so grateful to be on this journey with you. There are other resources that I share around breath and self-care if you would like to glean from my Patreon community, joining in others like-minded who are about hope and healing and humanity. We believe here in the power of music and its message to make a positive impact and make a positive difference in people's lives. If you would like to be on this journey too, let's do it together. We'd love to welcome you at patreon.com/HeatherlynnMusic. Like, subscribe, and share if you think this will be of benefit to others. And thanks again so much. Peace to you and yours, and we'll see you again in the next video.